Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, February 7th, 2014. You're listening to FAWMtalk with your host, Ianuarius, that's me, and the increasingly wonderful TC Elliott. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great now that I realize I'm increasing in my wonderfulness.
Well, yeah, that's a tough one to get a grasp on yourself.
It's hard to live up to that.
Well, depends on who you're living with.
I'll do my best.
Okay. So what's happening today? Friday. Jeez, it's the last day of the week. And, of course, the last cast for the week. So, not so good for that. But we'll do our best. And let's see here. What's been happening? I haven't been on the site too much. I've been trying to make a song, but it's taking a long time. I have so many things going on with this song, so many layers. Usually, when I do a song, I have like a 50-track template where I start to put bits and pieces on, and sometimes most of those tracks are from the aria player, or the I'm using the Garrison personal orchestra, so that's like 32 tracks there, and sometimes I use most of those tracks. I mean, with this new song, I've got like 5 string tracks and 4 woodwind tracks, and I always like to use those cymbal rolls that gives so wonderful color to the songs. Just add them here and there. It would be weird to use like cymbal roll like in every bar. I wonder what kind of a track that would make. Well,
I couldn't even start doing that.
It's weird. But I had this sweet piano thing in my newest song, and I already thought it sounded quite interesting and wonderful and intimate. But then I started adding those woodwinds, like flutes and clarinets, oboes, and bassoons. And I thought, okay, well, this sounds definitely better. I don't know if it fits the song or the context of the song, but it sounds so good that now that I did all the work, I'm gonna leave it there. And then I started adding strings, so you know how that goes: violins, violas, and cellos. So before you know it, it's full of things that you need to kind of control, and so they don't overwhelm the what do you call them? Headroom, something like that.
Yeah. Before it fills up all the space and you have room for nothing else.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, that's a terrible problem to have when you're arranging for an entire orchestra like that. I don't have that issue with my acoustic guitar and my vocals that I do on most songs. With my handheld mic, my room recording.
Well, you can always record like 17 guitar tracks.
Yeah.
Overdub.
Yeah, I should.
Well, let's see.
I do.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes, just trying to get one good one. So.
Yeah, I'll just play them all at the same time.
Exactly.
A lot of FAWMers do that layering type of thing. So
yeah.
We got one track here from Pseudonym. That's they got a lot of great instruments in the track here going. So let's take a little listen, huh?
Okay.
Well, I know fairy tales, tarot cards, palms, and crystal balls. Sooner or later the truth comes out, human nature, loyalty, and now. Spend your life searching for a place, a thing, a proper set of laws. A roadmap nod your head back to a new start. On the coast we lost the sea, half drunk insanity. Everybody's out to tear you down. Line 'em up, we'll paint the town. Pledge allegiance to the sound we're beating. You drown. It's strumming on you strong. And the letters on you come. When you wish upon a star, sometimes you're stuck without a hope or prayer. It's safe to know no home to fall, no weight upon the crosses yours to bear. Pick a number, take a seat, we gather round the wealthy millionaire. Promise reaches you and you and you and you and you alone can share. On the coast of lost at sea, half drunk insanity. Everybody's out to tear you down. Line 'em up, we'll paint the town. Pledge allegiance to the sound we're beating. On you drown. It's strumming on you strong. And the letters are to come.
Letters Come by Pseudonym. And I did say there was quite a lot of layering going on in the track, but now listening back to it, there wasn't that much.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a massive sounding track. I think that's what was like throwing me off there. I remember listening to this song and going like, wow, that sounds massive. It's gotta have tons of layering going on, but it was like one or maybe two guitar tracks there, and a lot of echo and sort of reverb stuff.
Yeah, there was a really good depth to the guitar, but it didn't sound like, multiple parts to me. But it was a really cool effect, and the use of the spatial effects, even if that's just the guitar tone and not mixed in after, was really cool. And I love the melody and the vocals on top of it. And altogether, it's it pretty much sounds like a guitar and vocal track, but it's got a lot of depth to it.
Yeah, it gave a sweet little mellow, that sort of feel, and you just don't feel like doing anything else while listening to a track like that. Just grasps you.
Yeah.
Well, there's this issue really that's close to us in the FAWM right now. I think that they did this during the 5090 of last year. They implemented the SoundCloud player to the 5090 site, and now a couple of weeks ago, well, I can't really couple of weeks, but a couple of days ago at least, they implemented that same thing to the FAWM site.
Yeah.
And that brings up a sort of problem that's titled as the death of downloads in the FAWM.org forums.
Yeah.
And people that post in SoundCloud, I really like the idea that you can post to multiple platforms, so to speak. And but you have to have the MP3 file linked to the sound page in order to make the file downloadable. And the thing that concerns me with this is the fact that we use the downloadable songs in the cast, and we can't really use SoundCloud files because you have to mark the song as downloadable in order for us to be able to use it. There's this sort of permission thing that comes with the downloadable idea. So you have linked quite a few of the SoundCloud songs to me, and I've told you time and again we can't use them because in order for us to have the permission to use those songs, we need to have the downloadable song on the site. And of course you linked one that you had a personal permission to use.
Yeah, I mean, there's two issues with the SoundCloud, and one of them is I think it's really good. In the past, we've had new FAWMers or even returning FAWMers forget that you have to have a link to a song. You don't actually upload the song to the site. So you have to have a URL that ends in MP3 in order for it to play in the player. Mm. So what SoundCloud allows is people to have a free account to post 14 songs, not have to pay for hosting, and be able to stream it on the site. It solves a problem. It's a really, really good feature for a lot of people, especially new people who may not have hosting or a Dropbox account or have even thought about it in the past.
Yeah,
however,
absolutely.
You bring up two good problems. One is if you link it through SoundCloud, you haven't marked the downloadable check permission that you already mentioned. But the other thing is, even if you have permission, a lot of people don't mark it as downloadable in SoundCloud. Mm. And so even if you have the permission from the user, if it's not downloadable at SoundCloud, you can't grab the file and use it. And that was, the whole thread was saying, there's some great music on SoundCloud, but we can't keep it for ourselves anymore.
Yeah.
And in SoundCloud, it is on FAWM, it's automatically checked that it's a downloadable. You have to uncheck it not to make it downloadable. But in SoundCloud, it's the opposite. It's not downloadable unless you check it. And there's been many cases where people just don't check it. It's not that they are against the download of that demo or that song. It's just one extra move or one extra check you have to go through, and they don't think about it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. And in the past, we've had a permissions thread at different times, and I thought about that for SoundCloud users, but that's pretty clunky.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have. I don't know. It's hard to organize that way a little bit. So
yeah, a lot of people don't really use the forums. It's not like 100% of farmers that use the forums. Maybe I would estimate like 10% of farmers go to the forums. And if you have something you have to say to everyone, that's not really the way to do it.
Yeah. It's better than nothing, but it's definitely not complete. So.
Yeah, and you brought up the other issue that a lot of people like to collect those songs, everything they happen to like, and make their own little mixes and playlists on their hard drive, and maybe even listen to the songs on their, I don't know what the kids use today.
MP3 player?
Yeah. I only had CD players and Walkmans.
I'm one of those guys. I like to collect the songs. I do. I don't collect everything, but
yeah.
But I enjoy having when it's over, throwing the random mix of songs that I collected from FAWM and listening to that mix. That's fun on my MP3 player or whatever. So
absolutely,
I'm one of those guys that should be in that thread.
And of course, there are people who don't want you to download their songs, and
sure,
that's. There are oftentimes there are like these concerns that someone's going to steal your music, and I'm not really sure if that's a realistic issue.
No, I don't think so. I think like even in Nashville where they're writing songs, the chances of that happening are so minute. Now taking the like if you were to get a hit song one way or the other and make lots of money. Somebody trying to find a way to take the money is one thing, but actually taking the music and passing it off as their own or something like that is is very, very rare, even in the music centers of the U.S., of L.A., New York, and Nashville. It's ultra rare that it ever happens. So it is a concern. I mean, it's a legitimate concern, but the chances are so minute that it very rarely, if ever, happens.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. There was some guy in the forums. I really don't remember who it was. I imagine it might have even been a woman, but she was really concerned about this idea of that someone might steal her music, and he or she was reading a lot of these hosting services contracts or the terms of use, as if what they're allowed to do with the music and so on and so forth. And I don't think she ever came to a conclusion as to where to upload the music. And so just didn't participate that year, just because of that.
And like I said, that's a legitimate concern. And if that's the concern for somebody, I don't want to trivialize it. But from my perspective and from where I come from, I mean, it's such a small chance that our demo is going to get stolen by somebody else and make a huge amount of money somewhere else, and we're going to be cheated out of our millions or even hundreds. You know, I would take a couple of $100s at any time off of song royalties, but the chances of that happen are so minute that you better play the lottery first. So
yeah, absolutely. Especially my crappy songs, I can't imagine anyone wanting to steal those. Let's see what you got here.
I can't. You say that with your production values. It's like most of us have an iPhone recording posted on the site, and then you've got this. It sounds like it's already been mastered half the time, and you're the one that nobody wants the sound of my music.
Go
okay.
on.
All right, Januarius. All right.
Let's play something actually good. We got here Mike Healy and The Plea.
In 48 hours, I'll be in the courthouse. I'll be sitting on the stand while your lies come out. I'll sit there in silence, keep my opinions to myself. You'll rage and blame and yell and scream and foam at the mouth. I won't be surprised to watch your bridge come burning down. As you look to me in disbelief, you won't hear a sound. You dragged it on, you dragged it out, and put the blame on me. Today I'm a married man, tomorrow I'll be free. I'll never forget today. I will remember today. I'm free and broken, penniless, debt collectors on my tail. You put me here, I'll get me square, they'll book me with no bail. You didn't see it coming, I'm now fully recharged with your foot off my back. It was merely hours. See now, you're the wounded dove, I'm the hawk up above. Silently it flies, I'm outside your door with garbage bags and a pocket of zip ties. Remember when I was in the shower, you tried to stab me in the leg? That was your chance, you blew it, you've only got yourself to blame. You'll never forget today. You will remember today. It'll be just a few short weeks, no one's heard a peep from you. They'll come busting down my door, and this is what I'll do. I'll put a tin foil cap on my head, my OJ gloves on, and beer boxes for shoes. Take an Allen wrench to our IKEA furniture and take out all the screws. I'll hold a paperclip to my neck and threaten to shoot them all down. I'll do my silly blood dance and win a staring contest with a fishy clown. Good luck building your case, they'll never put this this on me. I've learned from the best, you taught me how to plead insanity. They'll never forget today. They will remember today. They'll never forget today. They will remember today.
The Blee, Mike Healy 81. There you go. That woke me up. And I've been awake since 9 o'clock. But anyway, somebody in the chat room rightfully declared that as cowpunk, which I think matches the music.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't ready for the twist in the lyric there. So.
It's a wonderful, wonderful dynamic track. That's a really slow type of, still kind of energetic but slow type of intro, and then it goes just off the wall, and it's excellent, excellent. Many sections and a lot of variation to the texture of the music.
Yeah, he went from a trot to a full-on gallop, that's for sure.
Awesome. Hey, we
Pick a
actually
song
have...
for the ride.
Yeah, just go ahead.
What's that?
Go ahead.
I'm good.
Okay.
I don't want to anymore.
You idiot. Okay, well, you sent me this this next track. It's actually from Sick to the Back Teeth. Instrumental track, incidentally. It's called Autumn Leaves 5. Wow. That was Autumn Landscape number 5 by Sick to the Back Teeth. Just wonderful, wonderful track.
Yeah, I like it a lot. That was cool.
It's got sort of that Western vibe. I've been going for that ever since I watched Firefly. I've been all over to that Western vibe, and I never can quite catch that. I always try. I keep trying. I make 1 or 2 songs like that every FAWM in 5090, and I never get that sort of grit to the track and the sort of sweet Western atmosphere. But I keep trying because I really like it. I just don't know how to do it.
You'll have to watch more Clint Eastwood movies and then try again.
Yeah, that just doesn't seem to help. No
Yeah,
matter
but
what I
the-
watch and what I listen, I can't do it.
But even if it doesn't help, you still get to watch Clint Eastwood movies.
Well, that's true. That's absolutely true. What's the last Eastwood I watched was the Gran Torino. That was a sweet.
Oh, good song
sweet one.
or movie.
Yeah, good song and movie.
I watch Josie Wales about once every month or 2 months.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but everyone keeps talking about it, so I guess I should give it a watch. Maybe. Well, what else? I was gonna say something about the download thing. Of course, if you want us to pick your songs, don't email us. We will probably ignore you. But if you want, if you're in for the possibility for us to pick your song, remember to mark them downloadable. The site automatically marks them as downloadables, but you have to provide a MP3 link. So maybe use a Dropbox or I don't know, that sort of thing. Google Downloads, something like that, something along those lines. Use one of those things, and mark the track downloadable, and that should make it possible for us to use your track in the cast. Did we lose?
Yeah.
No, there you are.
I lost you for a brief minute.
Oh,
But you're back now.
wonderful. I think we're just about out of time. Should maybe try to.
Already?
Well, yeah. I mean, we've been talking about nonsense for the last 25 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, right, yeah. And it's the last cast of the week, guys.
Yeah.
Of course, this weekend you can sleep in, and we'll be back next week, Monday. Sweet, sweet Monday. Monday. And that makes like 3 days for you to, everyone out there, to write some great songs. Great songs. There are a lot of songs, actually. Let's see how many songs we got so far. 2,400 songs. Most of them are amazing, even though I haven't listened to them, but I just instinctively know. Yeah.
Based on my listening, most of them are pretty darn good. So it's amazing. I think that the quality of the songs. Somebody mentioned in I think chat that it seems like the quality has gone up this year, but the creativity has been huge.
Yeah.
I almost agree with that. It's been crazy how I can hit the random link and get good listening experiences almost every single time.
Yeah, that's wonderful. The first time I participated FAWM, most of the songs, I didn't think like, oh, all of this is just terrible, but there were a lot of just really simple 2-chord guitar and vocals tracks, and that's sort of I don't know. Even the guitar and vocal tracks seem to have gone forward. I mean, I hear a lot of guitar and vocal tracks this year, and they've been really interesting. We heard a couple of those, I think, right here.
Yeah, and it is interesting how when you listen to, we listen to a lot of songs in February, and how many of them can be simple arrangements and still be interesting, and it's really helped. Ideas, like if I'm going to record a song, it really helps with ideas on guitar tracks, so that it's not just a strum guitar if I'm doing acoustic or what it is. There is a lot of variation with the same two instruments, which is really cool to realize. So I've been very happy this year listening to music.
Yeah, you gotta do those simple tracks sometimes too, just strumming those 2 chords and get those juices flowing, so to speak.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta stop. This is going over time here. So one last track. We got Valerie Cox here, And the song is called The Beautiful Things. This is also one TC linked me. And yeah, that wraps it up. And until next time, write some good songs, people.
Yeah. See you next week.
Heard the news and my heart started to break. There's too much hurt for someone like you to have to take, but you keep on smiling for the people relying on you. How do you do all the beautiful things you do? Life ain't fair for no one, but sometimes things seem worse when the black comes crashing down on the ones who don't deserve it. That's what haunts me. You're nothing but kind-hearted and giving. How do you do all the beautiful things you do? What had my fist in the air since young, young girl when I learned to beware. I had a place where I was safe without cost. I called it my home. If I were you, I'd be lost. But you keep on smiling. You're nothing like me. How do you do all the beautiful things you